Welcome back, fans of all things Disney. It is marathon weekend for Run Disney at Walt Disney World Resort, and my friend and I will be running the half marathon this particular weekend. Last night we left right after work and we went to the expo so that we could be sure to get any of the merchandise that we wanted from the expo, and also in the sizes that we wanted. When we went for wine and dine, I ended up getting something that was a little bit too big, so we really wanted to make sure that we had first dibs on all of the different merchandise. I didn't get a lot of stuff, just a few things that I thought that I would share, but we also picked up our bibs, which will allow us to not have to go to the expo when we get there tomorrow night after work. So as soon as I'm done here, I'm gonna have to start racing around and getting packed up for our big Run Disney race weekend. My friend's first Run Disney race weekend. Mine, I don't even know how many at this point, but I do really enjoy the race weekends. They're a lot of fun. Not a huge fan of the mileage, I'll be completely honest, but I really, really love the medals. I love the experience, and I love the feeling when you do cross that finish line. So I will certainly never be in the running for any of the top finishers, but for me, it is not about that. It is about getting the mileage done, setting a very challenging goal, and accomplishing that goal. So with all of that said, I do have a whole bunch, not a whole bunch, but a few things that I thought that I would share from the Marathon Weekend Expo. Each time that there's a Run Disney weekend, I like to collect one of the wine glasses. This is the one for Marathon Weekend 2019. And one of the things that's really nice, I'm not sure if you can see that, but it lists all of the different races that they are holding over the course of the weekend. Everything from the 5K to the marathon. They also include the Dopey Challenge and the Goofy Challenge. So for anybody that's been thinking about doing a Run Disney weekend and you're not really sure what Dopey is, what Goofy is, the events that they hold over Marathon Weekend are the 5K, which is held on Thursday morning, then the 10K, which is held on Friday morning, followed by the half marathon, which is the one that I will be running and the one that my friend will be running. They run that event on Saturday morning. And then the culminating race, the one that everybody goes for, is the big marathon, the 26.2 mile run, and they run that on Sunday morning. Now, what are these challenges, right? So if you decide that you want to pair up some of the different races, the half marathon and the marathon together are considered the Goofy Challenge. So you run the half marathon on Saturday, and then on Sunday you run the full marathon. And if you can complete that, you not only get your half marathon medal and your marathon medal, but you get a special medal called the Goofy Challenge medal. And it's really awesome. It was fantastic to see because they had them on display at the expo. Now, for those that are truly, truly insane, although I know a lot of people that have done the Dopey, and they do say that with the proper training that it is manageable. Sorry for the noise. The dogs are kind of running around the house, as always. But for those that really want to push themselves even further, the Dopey Challenge is all of them. It's all 4 races. So it's the 5K, followed by the 10K, followed by the half marathon, followed by the full marathon. It's like 48 some odd miles. I'm not even sure. But that is considered the Dopey Challenge. And if you complete the Dopey Challenge, then you are looking at the 5K medal, 10K medal, half marathon medal, full marathon medal, plus the Goofy medal, and then a special Dopey medal as well. So for me, we're only doing the half marathon of this weekend, and then we are done for this particular weekend. But I may have talked myself into trying to train a year from now to at least give Dopey a try. I mean, I'll have to be fully trained, and it'll be a long process for that, but I think my friend might even be interested in trying it, and that would be an awful lot of fun, I think. So we'll see. We'll see how it goes, and I'll kind of keep you all updated if you're interested. So in addition to the wine glass, that I get one for every event that we do, I also started collecting the little race figures. They're little porcelain figures, and I didn't start this when I first started doing the races, and I regret that now. But now that I've started, I have one for last year's Princess Half Marathon Weekend. I have one for the Star Wars Half Marathon Weekend, and I also have one for this fall's Food and Wine, or Wine and Dine Run Disney Weekend. So this little guy is the one for Marathon Weekend. And what I like to do with these is I'm just kind of setting them right now up on, it's our little hutch that we have in our dining room. But I do have a nice display stand with a mirrored back. It'll go on the wall, and I will put them all up together. And it'll just be a nice way to kind of commemorate each of the different weekends. They're a nice little decorative element, and they really are quite cute. Like, this little Mickey is just adorable. And even though there was a Mickey for the Wine and Dine Half Marathon Weekend, this one's different. It's different coloring, it's different theming, so he'll look really cute added into that collection. Now, in addition to that, I also did get myself a new shirt. It's very lightweight, and you can't really see it in the video, so I'll just do a close-up for you, but it's very lightweight. I loved the colors. I love the fact that it has, you know, the thumb holes there, especially like I wore it today when I was teaching, and it was just nice to kind of be able to move around in, and the kids got a kick out of, you know, Mickey and all of that. So it's just a very nice, down here it's hard to get a sweatshirt because I'm still not truly acclimated to the nice warmer temperatures. So I'm never really all that cold. So the lighter weight fabric was just, it was perfect for me. The other couple of things that I got is I did treat myself to a magnet, and they normally have, and they did this time also, they have event-specific magnets, which in this case, because I'm doing the half marathon, it's themed with Donald Duck, and it was a green magnet and all of that. But I don't know, I really liked this one, being the full weekend magnet. And so what I'll do is I'll either put this on the refrigerator here, or I might take it to my classroom and put it up, because my my whiteboard is magnetic, so I can hold some things up with it. But they're just little decorative pieces, and for $13 with the annual pass discount, it's really not very much, and a nice little way to remember the weekend. Then at a different vendor, my friend and I got matching red polka dot hair ties, because she ended up buying the exact same Minnie Mouse running skirt that I have. So we will be matching completely. We'll have our black running pants on, we'll have our Minnie Mouse skirts, our black running tanks, and now we even have a matching hair tie. As silly as that is, we laughed and joked and tee-heed about it kind of the whole rest of the night. So that was fun. Another fun thing, and probably one of my favorite things that I got when we were at the Expo, I don't know if you can see this very well, but I do like to have medal hangers, and I have all of my other medals up on the wall. I'll kind of show you those if you're interested. But I did find this one, because my ones from the fall, the ones from the Food and Wine Festival, I ran out of room in my medal hangers, so I needed to get another one. This one is just, it's a tiara with the little running symbol there, and it is a 10 hook. So I will be able to put the ones from the fall, as well as the Donald Duck one that I'm going to be getting on Saturday as soon as I finish that 13.1 miles. So we'll get this hung up hopefully this week at some point, so I can finally see everything that I got from the fall and now this one. And then I've also registered for the Princess Half Marathon Weekend. I'll be doing the Fairy Tale Challenge, which is the 10K and the half marathon back to back. So I'll end up with 3 medals there. And then I am going to need another medal hanger after that, because I registered for the Star Wars Half Marathon Weekend, and I am doing the challenge there, the 10K and the half marathon. But I also registered for the virtual half marathon, the Star Wars themed virtual half marathon, which means that I would also get a Star Wars medal for that. And if you do the virtual half and the half on Disney property, then you also get the Kessel Run medal, which is fabulous. It's shaped like the Millennium Falcon, and it's really quite wonderful. So I'll need a Star Wars themed medal hanger, and my room is just going to be filled with Star Wars Run Disney medals. Not Star Wars, but just Run Disney medals. And truthfully, I think that's great. You know, if you're going to spend money on something, if you're going to have something that you really enjoy experiencing, why not let it be something that's also semi healthy for you? Running is healthy for you. However, a lot of early mornings and, you know, miles on the knees and things like that. But I'm still enjoying it, so I guess we'll just continue doing it. Maybe one of these days we'll take Iris with us on one of our training runs. I'm sorry, she's kind of right in the way there. So the only other thing that I have is I have a shirt that everybody gets when you register for a race. When you pick up your bib, you also get a shirt. And I just tucked mine in my suitcase so that I have it for a race weekend. So I'll just show you a close-up in a second here. But one of the things I really do like about these shirts when they have them for each of the races is that they're themed with the theming of the race. So this one is green and it's got Donald Duck on it. It's got the half marathon. So in your registration, and yes, they're very expensive, but in your registration, you end up with really some nice keepsakes. You get your bib, you get your race shirts. If you're doing a challenge, you get more than one race shirt, obviously. So it does help to bring that cost into more reasonable figures. Now, one other thing that I like to consider when I'm doing a Run Disney race is because we are annual pass holders, the level of pass holder or pass that I have allows for unlimited photo pass. And Disney a couple of years ago went to putting their own photo pass photographers on the course. So any of the races that I participate in, you'll have Run Disney Disney photographers along the course, which means that any of the pictures that they take of me in my glory or in my less than glory, my less than graceful moments, I will have access to those, and I can download those, I can print those if I want to, but those are included in the pass. So for me, whenever I register for a race, I know that the registration is covering the shirt, the bib, all of that stuff. I might spend a little bit of money at the expo like I did, but I don't have to purchase the photos because they're included in the annual pass. I don't have to pay for any kind of parking if I decide to go to a park. The tickets are already purchased because we're annual pass holders. So even though there's an expense for the races, it works out for me. I've had quite a few friends ask me, how do you deal with the cost of these races and how can I do and all of that. And there are some simple cost saving things that you could do if you are interested in Run Disney. If you have questions about Run Disney, I can certainly do my best to try to answer those. Running questions are probably not the ones to ask me because I just plug along until I get the miles done. But if you had anything about planning a trip or just basic questions, if you think you couldn't do it but you've always wanted to do it, just give me a comment below and I'll be happy to talk with you about any of those things. My very first one was a half marathon, and before that the only thing I had done was a 5K, and to jump from a 5K to a half marathon was ridiculous. But now I'm numerous half marathons into it, and I'm not stopping anytime soon. So if you have doubt about participating or doing something because you think you can't, I'm here to tell you you absolutely can, because if I can, you can. And there's always a way to get it done. You just have to set that very, very challenging goal for yourself and work a little bit every single day to achieve it. So if I can be of any help, please feel free. Until our next video, or until the next time I'm able to share something with you, I hope you stay blessed, and bye-bye.